background. But our program today is Tom Cook. He's joining us from the Daybreak Club. He's here to share with us his Attic to the Classroom project. A little bit more about Tom. He's a retired Navy. He served 6 years in the submarine service, 18 years as a Navy chaplain. He's retired from the Navy. He's currently serves as a volunteer chaplain for both the Forest Grove fire and police departments. He's past president of the Daybreak Club, and his hobby is antique furniture and restoration. So I'll go ahead and turn things over to Tom.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks, Josh. It's a privilege to be a part of your group today. I'm a Daybreak guy because after so many years in the military, I start early in the morning, and so I like that 7 o'clock. Now the Daybreak Club, by the way, is doing well. We're meeting Zoom as well, and we probably got around 90% attendance in our Zoom meeting, and we're making plans now. Probably next month, we're going to be moving into the senior center where we have our breakfast there, and so we're going to go back to normal. Hopefully here in another 3 to 4 weeks. So that's going to be great for our club. I'm not sure how Josh found, maybe it was a newspaper article, but in our club, our new incoming president, Kevin Noreen, who is happens to be the Forest Grove School District HR director, he was communicating with their music director, and the issue came up of the instruments that they needed really to supply for the kids. And so Kevin talked to me about it for a while. I wanted to know if I wanted to take it on as a project. And I said, sure, that'd be great. So what we started about 6 months ago was a program we call Attic to Classroom. And let me see if I can share my screen here for a second here. This is gonna work. So this is our program, Attic to Classroom, a student instrument drive. And our club started with $2,000, and then we applied for a district grant. And then now we're up to $4,000 for our program. And the essence of it is that people will donate the instruments to the school district, not to Rotary. We're just an intermediary. And so people who have instruments in their attics or closets or wherever it is, they get the instrument to me. And in fact, just a couple of days ago, I got another clarinet. And let me see that. This lady had this clarinet. She played it in high school 40 years ago. And she says, I've always kept thinking I was going to pick the clarinet back up again, but she never did. Turns out it's a high quality clarinet. And so what we're doing is we're taking those instruments that we get, and we're taking them either to David Kerr violins, because we've got some stringed instruments, or we take them to Mirror Music, and they refurbish them for us, test them out, and we have a partnership with them. And then we take that instrument and we donate it to the school district. So this is Stuart Schlosser. He is the director of music program at Forest Grove High School. And that's a big old baritone sax he's holding that somebody donated, and a trumpet as well. And I got one more picture, and that's this one. So we had 6 violins donated, and that's Michaela Rayburn on my right, and she's the one that takes care of the stringed instruments for the school program. So we're in the process now. Let me tell you what we have so far. We have 19 instruments in just about 2 or 3 months. 6 violins, 4 flutes, 3 clarinets, a French horn, 2 trumpets, a guitar, a baritone sax, and 1 trombone. I need 75 more trombones to make it 76. And then we'll have a marching band. So we're moving along with that. So the instruments are in process. We have a number of them at the school district now. We have a number of them in the repair shops. And then I have a couple of them here at my house that I need to get to them as well. So how do people donate the instrument? Well, they contact me, or they contact Kevin at the school district, or they can contact Stuart himself, the music director at the school. Either way, we'll get the instruments to me. I'll take them over and get them refurbished and get them on their way. So that's really the essence of the program. We're really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I used to play the trumpet in high school. And it's great. Stuart, every time I take an instrument over to him, he is so pleased that these kids, what they were doing, were actually sharing instruments. So you have to pick it up, practice it, and then give it to the other kid and take it back and forth. And so now they don't have to do that anymore. The instrument will belong to the Forest Grove School District. The donor will get a letter from the school district acknowledging the letter, and that will be a tax deduction for them. So that's the program. And you have any questions about it? Oh, we don't take pianos or big old home organs. We don't need any pianos or home organs. I've had 2 or 3 people call me, hey, I got a piano. Sorry, they don't need any pianos. But anything else is a go. Drums, flutes, piccolos, French horns, anything. So they're not turning away anything. Some of the instruments have been in such bad condition that they were not worth restoring, and that's not included in the 19 that I have here. So yeah, we'll take just about anything as an instrument. You have any questions?
So which school would be a drop-off location? Because just while you were talking, I remembered that I've had a flute in my coat closet for about 30 years. So
you can drop it off at the high school.
Okay.
And make sure that Stuart gets it, the music director.
Okay.
Or you could drop it off at the district office for Kevin.
Sounds great. Is there a goal? Is there a
flute? You play the flute?
I played it for maybe 2 years in 5th and 6th grade. So it's that old, but I mean, I don't think the technology changes. So
was it in the attic or in the basement?
It was actually my coat closet, just on a shelf. Yeah. I think my parents dug it out and gave it to me years ago, and that's where it ended up.
I'm working on a lady has a tuba, it's not the big giant sousaphone, but a tuba. And I'm trying to get that from her, but she's reluctant.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any other questions?
Did they give you you have a partnership with with David Kerr and Mir? So are they kind of giving you a discount on getting?
Oh man, they've been great. David Kerr is. I've only been here 4 years in Forest Grove. I retired from the Navy, moved here because my son works for Intel. My son-in-law works for Intel. My daughter has 4 teenage boys. 4 teenage boys. So Papa and Grandma are here to kind of help out. And so I've only been here 4 years, and I didn't know anything about David Kerr. And I go downtown Portland and drop these violins off. And wow, I learned a lot. And he himself came out, evaluated the instruments. He donated parts for these things. I mean, he really did a great job in getting these violins ready. And same thing with Mir. They've been helping us. And sometimes not charging us anything, just getting it ready to play. It didn't have to have any repairs. Because honestly, I don't know anything about clarinets or flutes, but they do. So, yeah.
Yeah, David Kerr has been involved with the Forest Grove School District. My son is 30, and we got a violin from him in like kindergarten when they were doing the violin program and stuff. So yeah. He's been around for a lot of years.
And the music programs in schools, usually just like anything else, the arts, when the budget comes, they wind up a little on the short end of the stick. And so we're just trying to help the program out and get these kids some instruments that have a desire to learn how to play. And
Tom, do you share a contact with us? Your contact information?
Yes, my phone number is 360-955-1388. 360-955-1388. And that's a Washington number, but who changes their phones anymore, right? So
as long as it reaches you, as long as it reaches any difference.
That's it. So you can call me or text me and say, hey, I got one. I live about 4 or 5 blocks from the high school. So you can drop by and pick it up, or I can come and get it, either way.
Thank you.
What about harmonicas?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Stuart that one.
I don't have any kazoos, but I have a harmonica.
Yeah.
In fact,
I don't know. I'll have to ask him about that one. Anybody else?
Are there instruments in particular that are in demand that you're really looking for?
Trombones. They're, for some reason, they're kind of hard to find. Saxophones and French horns. The trumpets, the clarinets, and the flutes are plentiful around, but the trombones, the French horns, and the saxophones are a little harder to come by. So when I got the trombone, he was tickled that he got this beautiful silver trombone. But he'll take drums, percussion instruments, that kind of thing. Anything else?
No.
Well, thank you for giving me a little bit of time to kind of plug our program. It's going to be year round. It's going to keep going throughout the year. It's going to carry over to next year. Until we expend all the $4,000. And because people have been so generous, like David Kerr and Mir, we're going to figure out a way to, we are purchasing some accessories to go along with the instrument, because we just don't want to give them an instrument without reeds or, other things that they need, slide oil or whatever it needs. So we're using some of that funds to do that as well. So.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining us, Tom. And